In a distant land, there existed a thriving kingdom. Its ruler was a monarch known far and wide for his wisdom and kindness, despite facing an extraordinary challenge. King Cedric possessed only one leg and one eye, the result of a childhood accident. However, his inner strength and intelligence far surpassed the limitations of his body, and his people adored him for the prosperity and happiness he brought to their lives. One sunny morning, as King Cedric strolled through the opulent halls of his palace, he paused to admire the portraits of his ancestors adorning the walls. He imagined his children and future generations walking these very halls, connecting with their heritage through these captivating artworks. Yet, King Cedric was struck by a realization. Among these grandiose depictions of his lineage, there was no portrait of himself. Doubt had lingered in his heart, for he wondered how a painting of his unique appearance would fare. Fearing it might not meet the aesthetic standards of his predecessors' portraits, he hesitated to commission one. In a bold move, King Cedric summoned renowned painters from his kingdom and neighboring realms to his court. He made a royal proclamation declaring his desire for a magnificent portrait of himself to be displayed within the palace. The reward for this task would be commensurate with the portrait's beauty. The gathered painters glanced at each other, their minds racing with doubt. They all knew the king's physical limitations, and they feared that any attempt to capture his image might offend him if it fell short of his expectations. Politely, one by one, they withdrew from the challenge, offering various excuses to escape the task. But then, a hushed murmur rippled through the crowd as a solitary painter, named Emile, stepped forward. His hand shook, but his eyes sparkled with determination.
Your Majesty,
He began.
I believe I can create a portrait that will capture Your Majesty's true essence, one of strength and courage.
The court gasped, and the other painters gazed at Emile in amazement. King Cedric, buoyed by hope, granted Emile his wish. The young painter toiled day and night in his studio, his brushes and palette swirling with colors and inspiration. It took weeks, but at last, he declared his masterpiece complete. With bated breath, the courtiers, fellow painters, and the king gathered to witness the unveiling. Emile presented a stunning portrait of King Cedric astride a mighty stallion, his single leg holding firm in the stirrup, and his one eye focused with unwavering determination on a distant target. The painting radiated strength, grace, and nobility. King Cedric was rendered speechless. He was moved by Emile's profound understanding and his ability to depict the king as a symbol of fortitude and courage. Overwhelmed with gratitude and awe, King Cedric bestowed upon Emile a reward more generous than any painter could ever dream of. The story's moral is clear. We should look beyond the surface, focusing on a person's inner strengths and virtues, rather than fixating on their external deficiencies. In doing so, we celebrate the resilience and beauty that lie within us all. This story is a heartwarming reminder that the beauty of a person's character transcends physical appearance. It teaches us to focus on the positive aspects of individuals and to appreciate the unique qualities that make each person special. It's a tale that encourages us to be empathetic, to see the potential for greatness in everyone, and to value creativity and innovation in problem solving. These are valuable life lessons that can inspire us to approach the world with a more positive and accepting perspective.